Hi there, I'm Eva, and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited that we have found each other. I help faith-centered working moms who are struggling with busyness and overwhelm, and I help them to have more time and more energy for the people in the moments that matters most. I want to share with you a super simple framework that I've developed that has been helpful to me and my clients to have more peace and to have more calm and to have the time that they all long for their families as well as for their career. I'm so glad that you're here. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe and come back each week for a new episode specifically for faith-centered working moms to help them get over overwhelm and to step into more joy. Okay, today I want to share with you this framework that I believe God has given me and wanted me to share it with you. There was a time when I was super overwhelmed, a very overwhelmed working mom. I felt like I was drowning. I fantasized just between the two of us. I thought about running away more than once and just going to a deserted island just for a little bit until the kids were older, until work calmed down, or until things weren't so chaotic and busy. Of course, I didn't, but I know that there's so many working moms who feel the same way, who want to escape for a little bit from their busy life. And so God really worked with me, and I've taken multiple steps in all these things that I've learned to bring me to this place where I am now, where I feel more in control of my time most days. I am joyful. I feel like I have such a great relationship with my family, my husband, my kids. My house runs on autopilot. It's so easy to maintain and to keep up with. My career is growing. And so now that I'm in this place, I want to help other working moms who are where I was a few years ago and bring them to this place where I am, place of more joy and a place of more peace. So there's so many tips and strategies that I will share with you on this channel. So hopefully you'll subscribe. And I pray that it'll be valuable to you. But the first is the one that I want to share with you today, which is the foundation of what I do in my coaching program and how I help my clients and how I have helped myself to overcome overwhelm and step into more joy. So a little backstory on this is I have always avoided reading the Proverbs 31 woman when I would read the Bible. I would read Proverbs, I'd go back and forth, either a psalm or a proverb a day. And I loved it. But whenever I got to the Proverbs 31 woman, I just thought that she was so perfect. And she had the bar was just set too high. I could never reach that high. Like she was just the perfect woman that I could never be. At least that's how I saw it for a while. And then God truly changed my heart about the Proverbs 31 woman. And there's so many books and podcasts and stories and blog posts and everything about the Proverbs 31 woman. She is so renowned, but I really spent some time kind of looking at her and reading it over and over again, asking God for wisdom and to show me a path forward out of my situation, my overwhelming situation at the time. And as I read the Proverbs 31 woman, this framework came to mind. And it's a four-part framework, and I'll share it with you now. It's what what I'm calling the rich framework. And it has nothing to do with stuff or possessions or money. It actually has to do with things that are even better than that, the things that truly last. And, scripture tells us to put our treasures not in things that are perishable, but on things that last forever or things that last for a long time. And so these are the four areas that I believe as faith-centered working moms that we need to focus on. These are the areas that we need to have time and energy for, and then we let go of the rest. And the rich framework is this four-part. The R is for relationships. That is our relationship with God, with our spouse, and with our kids. The I is for individual self. That is nurturing our physical body, our mental space, as well as our spiritual body. So physical, mental, spiritual well-being. The C is for our career, tending to our career and growing it as much as we can or as much as we want to. And then the H is our home, like creating systems so our homes run smoothly and we have a joyful atmosphere in our home, where so it can be a place where we can come to retreat after a long week, instead of a continuation of the chaos that we might have. And when I talk to women, when I have these conversations with busy working moms, most of their issues, most of the challenges fall in one of these four buckets. It's either with their relationships, it's either with themselves, they feel like they're stretched too thin, they have no time for themselves, or their career is struggling, or they want to grow their career but don't feel like they have the capacity to do so, or their home is a mess and they feel like they can't maintain it. They have no systems. Everything's like chaotic. So it's out of those four areas. And I'm curious to know, which is it for you? Which for yourself? Which is one of your biggest struggles as a working mom? Is it with your relationship? Is it finding time for yourself? Is it your career, or is it your home? And sometimes it's a combination of those four. So over the next 4 weeks, I'm going to share with you the R.I.C.H framework. We're going to break down each one, and I'm going to share my tips, my strategies that I share with my clients to help you to take back control of your life and to feel like you have the time and energy for those areas that are meaningful to you. I would love to know which one is the most challenging for you, because I want to make sure that I provide value and give you content that you enjoy and content that is helpful. So be sure to subscribe to my channel so you can come back for you don't miss any of the episodes in the R.I.C.H framework for the next parts that I'll release. And also leave a comment below and let me know which area of your life is the most challenging for you right now. Is it your relationship? Is it your time for yourself? Is it your career, or is it your home? So that's my story and kind of the background on the R.I.C.H framework, inspired by the Proverbs 31 woman. And that the key that keeps this all together is our focus, and our foundation is God, and keeping Christ at the center of everything that we do, and relying on his strength and his wisdom to show us what we need to prioritize in every area of our lives. So that's the R.I.C.H framework. I can't wait to break it down and share more about it. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next week.